The glass was cold, the liquid sticky. It slid down my dress in slow motion while laughter filled the room. Her laughter, my niece smirking, hand still dangling from the accident. She leaned in, voice sharp enough to cut. "Now you look as cheap as you really are." The room froze. Forks hovered mid-air. My mother broke the silence with a sigh and a verdict. "She's young. Don't make a scene. You probably provoked her." Then she turned to my niece, her lips curved into a smile reserved only for the golden child. "It's fine, sweetheart, fine. On my birthday, fine." As the stain spread across the one thing I had allowed myself to wear, the one thing I bought without guilt. Fine, while my mother's eyes cut into me with the same silent accusation they always carried. Lesser, disposable, replaceable. I said nothing. I didn't cry. I smiled, because they had no idea the cost of what they had just done. It wasn't always this way. I used to believe family was armor. My sister and I grew up in the same bedroom, whispering secrets past midnight, plotting futures where nothing could divide us. But money did. It always does. She married rich. I built my life brick by brick. And when cracks showed in her perfect marriage, she leaned on me. I co-signed cards. I fronted bills. I became the safety net she never admitted to needing. Her daughter grew up watching that imbalance, watching her mother lean and me carry. And in her spoiled little head, it twisted into superiority. So, when that drink hit me, it wasn't just soda. It was years of disdain, years of being the invisible backbone. The betrayal wasn't sudden, it was steady, little things. My niece borrowing my jewelry and never returning it. My sister brushing off debt like lint from her designer coat. My mother's voice always excusing them, never me. But that birthday night, watching their faces, I knew. They thought I was powerless. They thought kindness meant weakness. That was the last mistake they would make with me. I waited until the house was silent, the laughter gone, the wine glasses abandoned, and I sat at my desk, calm as stone. 2 clicks. That's all it took to sever my sister's credit lifeline. Years of covering for her had given me access she'd long forgotten about. The card was in both our names, a temporary favor that became permanent. She hadn't paid a single cent. I froze it with one keystroke. Then I went further. Her daughter's car, the shiny, overpriced toy she flaunted like a crown. I wasn't on the title, no, but I was on the loan. She was underage when she got it, so I signed. My name, my responsibility. That night, I made a call. Quiet, efficient. By morning, at 7:50 sharp, a tow truck rolled down their street and lifted the car away. I wasn't there when my niece stumbled outside, coffee in hand, to find nothing but tire marks where her precious car had been. But I heard the screaming later, through the phone, through the chaos. My mother's voice trembling now, not calm. "What did you do?" I stayed measured. "What you taught me." Nothing. The downfall was quick. Without the credit card, my sister's fragile image cracked. Bills bounced. Her husband, the man who once adored her shopping sprees, saw the mess she had buried under glossy lies. Without the car, her daughter was grounded. No more parties, no more sneering selfies in leather seats. Suddenly, she was ordinary, and ordinary burned her worse than any drink she could throw at me. The confrontation came days later, my sister pounding at my door, eyes wild. "You ruined us!" I didn't flinch. I stopped saving you. My mother tried too, calling, pleading, demanding. But her words held no weight anymore. She had made her choice when she told me to let it go. So I did. I let go of all of them. The most satisfying part wasn't the silence that followed. It was watching them scramble, finally feeling the floor they thought was solid collapse beneath them. And me? For the first time, I stood still, unburdened, untouched. They thought betrayal was a game only they could play. They forgot I always paid the bills, and I knew exactly where to cut the wires. Now when I think back to that moment, the drink, the laugh, the sting of my mother's dismissal, I don't feel anger, I feel clarity. Because the truth is simple, respect isn't asked for, it's taken. And on that birthday, I didn't lose anything. I just collected what was always mine.